All right, hello everyone. We are live here with Violetta from MTV's Real World Skeletons.
Hello.
How's it going?
Oh, everything's wonderful. Sorry, I've been doing stuff all day, so I'm just a little out of it.
Oh, that's okay. I understand. I have two kids here, so I understand your pain. um, so we're just gonna jump right in since you have a limited time today. So first things first is how did you get started on auditioning for the Real World?
I actually didn't I didn't audition for the Real World.
Oh,
Basically, someone that knew me on my Facebook followed me for a couple of years and thought that I was really fucking hilarious and gave the people my information because she worked within production. I applied for the Real World when I was like 20 and 21 years old. I didn't get on it until I was 20, 24. So it was just
okay.
it was just I guess in a way like meant to be. But I've gotten like calls. I got calls back for 27 and 28, but I never got on it.
Okay. So were you super excited to be on it at this point, or did you kind of give up on trying?
Oh no, I just totally didn't give a fuck.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, to be honest, sorry for cussing.
Oh, you're
I'm
fine.
pretty good. But yeah, I mean, I think that there was other people that would have been a little bit more like, I'm in the real world. But once I got on and once like it happened, it just kind of was like surreal. I kept like my friends are like ultimate pranksters and they always do things to like mess with me. So I like kept thinking they like paid this like stranger to like pretend they were on the real world, and I was like, all right guys, like it's over. You guys can like stop. And they're like, no, like seriously, you had nothing to do with this. I was like, why?
That's funny. So going into the show, you didn't know that it was skeletons, correct?
No,
That was a
I did
surprise.
not.
So
No.
when you found out that it was going to be basically someone from your past, what was your thoughts on that? And did you think that you had the worst skeleton or the best? How would you
I
rate
think
that?
mine was the easiest.
That's
With
probably
the
I think so
exception of
too.
with the exception of like Nicole, who had her sisters, and Matt. Okay, so let me put it this way: between Bruno, Sylvia, Jason, and myself, I think that I had the easiest. Then it was Bruno. Then it was Sylvia, and Jason had like the most aggressive like skeleton, I think.
Yeah, I
But
agree.
I in no way think my skeleton was bad. Like I actually like one of the girls and I are like pretty like good associate. We're not friends, but we like associate with each other. And then another one, we're actually like more of like we've hung out a few times and like gotten into trouble, but it is what it is.
So were you surprised at how chill yours was compared? Well, you didn't see anybody else's. You were first actually, but
Mm-mm, I wasn't.
no. Oh,
Sylvia was first.
oh yeah, yeah, you're right.
First, then it was
I forgot
Tony,
about her.
and then it was me. I was
Yeah.
third.
Well, Tony kind of had a little bit throughout the whole season, though, because he had the one girl come and then he had his brother come again. And someone else came for him, I think he said, too.
Elizabeth came, who
Yeah.
was like, I really, really want to say I used to like Elizabeth, but they didn't show things on the show, and I just like they didn't show 75% of the things she fucking did, and the way that the way that they put it together, they they made the whole entire. Okay, so if you watch the show, Madison and I get into a fight,
Yeah.
and that's before Elizabeth's stuff is thrown off the balcony. What actually happened is Madison and I got into that fight. Elizabeth got into Madison, like kind of degraded Madison and said something, and Sylvia and I were the ones that, well, Sylvia, threw her bed over the balcony, and I like chewed her out, and like it was completely like rearranged, so
Yeah.
to make I guess a little bit more drama than it should have been, but.
Yeah. I feel like that happens a lot on reality TV, though.
Well, I mean, I can go through every single episode, and I made it a point to, until like the last month, every single day, I would literally wear something different. So if they ever try to do that, I would know exactly what day that it was. But you guys don't know that, so that's what it is.
Yeah, that's funny. It's interesting how how that can be skewed. Now, did you get a lot of backlash from the show, or did you get a lot of support from the show?
Well, initially with Madison, it was like a horrendous amount of backlash. Like I had people that hacked into my personal email account were, saying they're gonna like kill me and my family.
Oh my
It was
goodness.
just like, holy shit, that was like 25 seconds on television and someone's like threatening my like life. I think that I definitely got a lot of backlash, but I definitely deserved it because I didn't address the situation correctly, and I needed to see that side of myself because realistically, like I am a really bad drunk. Like I shouldn't drink at all. So like I'm not kidding. So it was definitely like a wake up call. And then I think that when my eating disorder did come out, it definitely was like it was crazy how everything changed. But it was really interesting because a lot of the people that were telling me that I was like a piece of shit and that I was gonna die and that like people like me deserve to like go into the bottom of an ocean and drown were the same ones that were like, oh my goodness, I'm going through this too. I like love you, and I'm like, no.
That's such an awkward position to be in, going from someone like hating you and then someone loving you, and you're like, what do I say to these people?
Yeah, it is, but at the same time, I mean, it's like I kind of look at it with anything. It's kind of like I kind of like looked at it as like a sports team. You love it when
Okay.
your home team wins, but when they lose, you really, really hate them, kind of situation.
That's funny. Now, did you have what did you do after? Let me start with this one actually. What did you do after the show ended? Did you come home and start watching the show, or did you not watch the show at first at all?
When we premiered, I watched it. I've only seen every episode once, though. I've not like rewatched anything.
Oh, okay.
And what else?
Go ahead. You can finish
No.
what you're saying.
Oh no, that's what I was gonna say. I mean, no, they didn't like give us everything at once.
Oh, okay. Now, was it weird seeing yourself on the television, or was it kind of cool? I like that question.
It was really weird because, like some angles they would make me look really really good, and other angles I was just like, oh my goodness, like I look like such a gremlin. It was weird though because I actually just had I went with I went on birthright a few years ago, about 2 years ago, and yesterday I was in the Everglades and we did like a 5.5 mile canoeing like excursion
Oh,
with
okay.
our like crazy shit. Anyways, we ended up getting lunch with a few of our birthright people, and one of the guys in it and I were talking. He goes, "Oh yeah, did I ever tell you how the first time I saw you?" And I was like, "Oh God, how did you see me?" And he goes, "Apparently he was flying to Israel, and he's on the plane, and he's like flipping through the channels, and he flips to like the channel, one of the channels, and I'm the first thing he sees." And he gets so confused and so weirded out that he like doesn't know what to do, and he like freaks out and ends up watching it, and that's how he found out about it. Because I wasn't like really big about being. I promoted it the way that I was told to promote it, but I didn't put any more effort into it, and that's I just don't. It's not that I don't care and I'm not grateful. Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
That's the ringtone my mom has.
That's terrible.
Yeah, she can be scary. I mean, like I love I love the experience. I love what my like Sylvia. I'm still in touch with everyone for the most part, but it's not something that I was like. I don't know how to explain it. Like I didn't want to big time myself.
It's not what defines you.
What?
Basically, it's not what defines you.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's not like everyone's like, oh, you must have gotten so much money because you're on TV, and I'm like, I got paid like nothing. Let's put it that way. I make more in like a week and a half bartending than I do working 3 months for fucking MTV.
Yeah. Now, do you still bartend?
Yeah, I bartend back home right now, and I'm in the process of transferring to a different university slash sending out my resume to a few different companies I'm looking at working with.
Okay, awesome. So besides bartending, what have you been doing since you've been home and the show's over and all that has kind of died down?
Honestly, that this sounds like really depressing, but I just kind of like hung out. I've traveled a lot. Like this past 2015, I went to Kansas City for the first time, Austin, Texas, San Francisco, Chicago, New York, London, Germany. Uh, I'm missing a few places. Colorado.
Oh, wow.
I think I went to two other places. Yeah, I've just been like really. I've been just kind of like living the dream, I guess. During the summer, I was living in between Chicago and Colorado because I just couldn't make up my mind. But I've decided to get adult-like, I guess, and I'm permanently moving to a city in the next like 3 or 4 months. So
Okay. Well, that's exciting. Traveling's always nice. I think that's something that everyone should do.
Oh, 100%. I think that if you don't experience the world, then you really haven't experienced anything.
Yeah, that's probably true. I agree with you there. So what, trying to think of how to phrase. I'll skip that question until I find a better wording. But who are you closest with from your season still? A lot of people like to know if you guys still get together at all with anyone.
Sylvia, for sure. So I've seen Sylvia twice. We've seen each other twice in the past like year. I went out in August and stayed with her in Kansas City, and then last year in November, or not the year before that, right after taping, she came out and was in Sarasota, and then I might be going to Vegas with her, hopefully in February of this year. So we'll see.
Oh, that sounds like fun. Vegas is partying it up.
I just got off the phone with Madison, like literally when you and I were beeping in.
Oh, okay.
I was talking to her.
Oh, I love Madison. She's so sweet. I've talked to Shane, who lives with Madison, the other day, and then I talked with Tony again on Monday.
He lived with her. They don't live together anymore. Yeah.
Well, no, they did though. Not that long ago. Like, I don't know how long ago, but yeah, she's so cute. She's a cute pregnant lady. I love it.
She is. She's gonna have some pretty kids.
I know. I was thinking that too. So that means you and Madison are good now then, because I know on the show you guys had a little bit of turmoil, and then you were good, and then you seemed to be not so good again. It was kind of like flip-floppy. It seemed like.
Honestly, the only person I don't speak to on the show, and I haven't said a word to, is Bruno. Like,
really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's surprising.
Not really.
Kind of. A lot of people were like, even I think I seen a tweet like not that long ago about how people were like still wishing y'all would work things out.
No, no. I haven't spoke to him since October 28th, 2013. Like,
that's crazy. But hey.
How old am I? I'm 25. Hold on. Yeah. It's like, wait. It's 2014. I don't know. Whatever it is. I haven't talked to him since.
Like a year or two. That's crazy. But hey, everyone has their own thing, so it is what it is.
Oh, yeah. We just, we haven't spoken since the end of the taping.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, I can respect that. It is what it is, like I said. So what are your plans coming up? Do you have anything cool coming up that you want to talk about?
Basically, actually, you're in the middle of my week, and I'm doing a Pay It Forwards week. So on Monday, awesome. I was dedicated to multiple sclerosis, which one of my very, very dear friends lives with. And there's a wonderful website called The Home Tea, and I have some of their merchandise, and I went and bought some for other people. And then yesterday was Tea for Trash Tuesday, so when I went and canoed in the Everglades, picked up any trash, kept it well. And then every single day I'm gonna do a different theme. Today it's gonna be I'm gonna go donate. Actually, the second I get off the phone with you, I have 15 minutes before I have to go into work, and then I'm going to in those 15 minutes I'm gonna go donate blood.
Oh, okay.
The point of the project, the Pay It Forward week, is basically if I can prove to everyone that I can do something for a different person every single day of a week, then you can take an hour of your life and help someone, Yeah. If everyone took 5 or 6 minutes, or even at most an hour of their life during a day to just help a stranger, I think the world would be a better place.
That's awesome. That's really good philosophy. I really like that a lot. You should tweet about that and have more people do it, because I will do it.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's definitely on my Instagram. I am really bad with Twitter. It's very confusing to me. So,
Really, see, I'm the opposite. I don't do Instagram at all. I can't figure it out.
yeah, Twitter is really like, what am I doing? Fuck.
Oh, that's funny. Well, it's all right. But if you send me an email about it, and I'll look into it and I'll do it for real.
Oh yeah,
That's awesome.
sounds good. Well, it's basically every single day you can do your own thing. Like Monday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's just like you do a week of giving back to someone as a
That's
pay for.
awesome. Are you doing that monthly?
I'm doing it this week, and then we'll see how everything works out. Like my life's gonna get really hectic in about 2 weeks, so.
You said you're moving. Where are you moving to?
I'm not sure yet. I actually
Okay.
am putting 5 names into a hat and pulling one out, and whatever city I pull out, so we're gonna move for the summer.
Awesome.
Yes,
That's really neat. Do you have well, no, I guess you don't have jobs lined up then if you're just pulling out of a hat.
funny story. I do, and all this.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Well, it's good for you though. I think it's cool because you just kind of live life like an adventure, which I think is really neat.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So I know you only have a few minutes, so we're just gonna wrap it up soon. But what have you learned about yourself, about life in general, since you've done the show? Has anything in your life changed since then?
I think the only thing that has changed is I need to like start putting and I'm not doing it right now, but I need to start putting on makeup when I go in public because I've gotten caught like more than a handful of times just like looking so ratchet and someone being like, "Hey, oh my goodness, you're Violetta," and I'm like, "No, no, I'm not." You are. And like I'm wearing like last night's outfit, and you can totally tell it's a walk of shame. And they're like, "Can I take a picture with you?" And I'm like, yeah.
That's hilarious. That's terrible, but really funny. I think it's awesome.
Honestly,
That's
nothing
cool.
has changed. Like I'm not like very. I don't know. I. It doesn't like register in my head that I'm on television, and it doesn't register in my head that people actually watch me. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, that's cool though, because that means you're down to earth. No one wants like a snobby princess all the time. If that makes sense.
Although I can be real asshole about it, but yeah.
It's all right.
No, it's okay. People are awesome. I just get hammered. I hate being drunk and meeting people because I come off a little bit ruder than I am.
Oh, well, at least you're real though, and not like always having a character, more or less.
Thank you.
No problem. So, I was gonna say something. I lost my train of thought while we were talking about that. Oh yes. Would you ever do another show, or is that not even on your radar right now?
I have talked to a few people. The only problem is, because of my contract, it's very hard for me to branch out and do other networks, if that makes sense. So
Okay.
if I worked on another show, it would probably be me behind the scenes instead of me on it. I've actually, the Real World is the 3rd show I did.
Okay.
So, yeah, so.
What were the first 2?
I was an extra in Shipping Wars, which really doesn't count, and I really hope no one to God finds that episode. And then the second one is one of my good friends is Kate from Breaking Amish.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
I'm gonna talk to her soon too.
okay, well, tell
Cool.
Kate I missed her. Yeah, I was on 2 episodes of Breaking Amish with her.
Oh, I don't remember that. I'll have to look it up.
It was my first like actual show with me in it, like just
Oh,
me.
okay. That's awesome. I didn't
Thank
know
you.
that. You're welcome.
Yeah,
I'll
Kate's
go back.
amazing. Kate's an amazing girl.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about her fashion stuff actually. Nothing to do with Breaking Amish, but all her
Yeah.
fashion stuff.
Incredibly talented woman. Like she's so smart.
That's awesome. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to talk to her except for through email yet, so I haven't gotten to know her at all yet. But she seems really cool. So that's awesome.
She's really, really awesome.
Cool. We'll have to bring that up then. But so, what would you like to say to everyone who's been like following you and supporting you and just kind of like been wanting to know about your life and all that fun jazz?
I guess if you're following me, it hasn't even like heated up yet. Give me like 5 more months and like I think that if you're honestly following me to see how my life works, you should wait until the summer because this summer I have some like insane things planned.
Awesome. I can't wait to see everything. I like just seeing how people's life goes after they're on TV because some people make it like a big production and other people just are like chill and doing like good things for people
I
and
mean,
their life.
I just can't wait. I just, you just gotta. I think that if you can't, I think if you think you're better than other people, then you're never really gonna be anyone in life.
Yeah, that's probably true. Never thought about it like that, but that's true. Anything else you wanted to say to anyone or your fans or anyone else, I should say?
I don't. Yeah, I actually do. I don't like people saying that they're fans of mine because I don't think I have fans. I think that if you follow me and you like me and you enjoy my journey, I think you're a friend of mine. So I guess
Aw.
like anyone that thinks that they should call themselves fans, like stop. It's just it literally annoys the shit out of me.
I can see that. That makes sense. I like that though. That's a good wording, I guess is what you call that.
Thanks.
But all right, do you want to share your Twitter for anyone who wants to follow you, or your Instagram, whichever one you prefer?
It's weird. My spelling of my Instagram is basically my name frontwards to backwards, so it's
Okay.
VIOLETTAATTELOIV, and then my Instagram is just my first initial, my last name.
Awesome. All right. Well, hopefully you'll get some new followers on there since you're enjoying Instagram. I'll have to try and figure it out, but no promises on that. But
Okay.
it was great talking to you. Thanks so much for coming, and hopefully we'll get to talk again once you have all your stuff going on that you're talking about this summer. I'd love to hear what's going on then.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Awesome. Have a great day.
Thank you, you too.
Thanks.
Thanks,
Bye.
bye.